Okay, here's my working circuit on a 12 volt battery right there. And that's the circuit board with my microcontroller, my MOSFETs, voltage regulator, whatever. Low beams are on by default. That's the blinker for the low beam and the high beam, this blue LED switch here. When I press it, we get the blink from the microcontroller. It's all done in code. Stop the blink. This is a momentary on switch physically, and it works as one in code. This next switch is a momentary on button physically, but in code it works as a latch switch, which means when I press it, the red LED comes on and it tells me my high beams are on, and they stay on until it's pressed again. Now they're off. Now they're on, and I can blink them. High beams or low beams can be blinked by the blue LED switch. Now here's the cool thing. If I double click on my high beams, I did this just for giggles, I get a police light sequence. I only got 2 LEDs, so naturally police cars got a bunch of LEDs. I only have 2, so it doesn't look so cool, but it does do its thing. It's doing a little sequence, on and off, blinking. Now here's the other cool thing. Double click to turn off the police sequence. Now a long press, 2.5 seconds on the same button, turns off all the LEDs. This way, if I want my LEDs off, they're off. And then another long press, 2.5 seconds, will turn on, but just the low beams, not the high beams, because the low beams are on by default. The high beams do not come on by default. You have to turn them on. So we'll turn them on here. We'll do a blinking sequence, and everything's working. Hopefully it's going to work on the Harley when I get it out of storage. And I got this circuit on a proto board. It's all soldered, and it's in this protective plastic box. And I got this red LED in there just to show that it has power. It gets 12 volts power to run the LED lights, but it's knocked down to 5 volts by this voltage regulator. It's because the microcontroller there, that AT Mega that my finger's on, it only runs on 5 volts. If you give it 12, you'll cook it. So anyway, it's all working, and I'm waiting for spring. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.